Kate, how nice will it be to be back home for a game of football this weekend?
Yeah, I'm really excited. I know a lot of parents are coming up, and so it'll be nice to see my own back out in Porirua. So yeah, I think we're excited, and it's nice to change it up a little bit, be back home and in front of our own crowd.
It's been a pretty challenging January for you. How do you reflect back on the last month or so?
Yeah, I think it's really difficult, and for us, I think we're trying to take the positives out of it while also learning from our mistakes, which can sometimes be hard, and you've got to keep people accountable, but I think it's all part of it, and I think we're doing a good job at the moment of trying to work through our challenges off the field and on the field, looking at footage and things like that, so it's good.
How do you look back at the last game against a pretty good side, Melbourne City? Second half in particular was probably one of the best 45s you've played recently. Do you take some optimism and hope out of the way you played against a pretty good side?
Yeah, definitely. I think in some ways we play quite similarly, so I think for us playing a team like City with such class players, it's like a good thing that we could see that we could match them, and I know that our first game against them we only lost 1-0, this time 2-1, so both pretty similar results, but yeah, I think for us we were still pushing that whole time, which is the exciting part, and I think we'll do that, we'll continue to as well.
Do you think it will take much or much at all to get back to the way you were playing and winning football matches earlier in the season?
I don't think so. I think, again, being at home this weekend should really help us and bring us some momentum from our home crowd.
Are you enjoying the sixth role, the defensive midfield role?
Yeah, I am. I think for me I like learning and like new position and helping other people out, and so I think that's what I can do there, although it's a little bit different.
What are the big challenges you find in that role compared to playing at centre back?
Having a 360 vision, I constantly get told that I'm terrible at screening, so that's what I'm definitely working on at the moment, but yeah, it's fun. I get to play lots of balls and even run forward sometimes too. And
as you look forward to the rest of the season, I mean, this team hasn't become a bad team overnight just because you've lost a couple of games. Do you still feel optimistic about the rest of the season and a playoff push?
Definitely. I think you can't cut us off quite yet. There's still a lot of season to go, and I think we're a really good team with lots of good players.
Callum's in charge this week with temps away on his pro licence course. What's he like in the head coaching role, or just as a coaching at all?
Yeah, I think he doesn't try to change it, how he is compared to an assistant, which is good. And last year we had a game where we didn't have our head coach and we ended up winning, so I think he has a good track record.
Yeah, he's reminded everyone of his record this week, has he?
He hasn't brought it up, but I think some of us still remember, so we'll give him a hard time later on.
And on your position as a six, speaking about there with Pioneer, do you feel more comfortable now than when we last chatted to you, when it was still, I suppose, relatively new?
I think a little bit. I think for me I always like to be pushed, and so when I look back at footage and I'm seeing things that I can improve on, I still find it challenging, and I hope I never stop finding it challenging. But yeah, I think I feel a little bit more comfortable. Hopefully I'll continue to do that as well.
Yeah, and this last month on the road, how difficult has it been for the team, and I suppose you in particular? Yeah,
it's hard, but I think for us, I haven't seen us so together since the start, so I think it's really good for us to be together when we lose. It shows that we can be together when we win as well. For me, yeah, I think I take a lot of responsibility for certain things, and so I think it's about me kind of letting other people help me as well, and that we're a whole team together and not just individuals, so I think that's really important for us.
So in some ways, do you think you come out the other side better for the experience the last 4 weeks?
I think so. I think as long as we can learn things from it, which sometimes are hard when you're losing and you think it's your fault, or people blaming themselves, but I think we can.